Welcome or welcome back, new viewers and viewers. It is time for a new episode of the Pokémon Black Nuzlocke. Today, we're in Undella town, and I want to go to the Abyssal Ruins to take a look at a few things. But before we do, why don't we do a quick team recap? Though I doubt we're probably going to be doing any battles today. But with that being said, we have Balsuf, the Ember, level 84 with a Charcoal. And he's also Lord of Fire with the moves Flame Charge, Brick Break, Crash, and Rock Slide. We have Level Crow, the Escadrille, Water Calamity as well, level 87 with the Shell. With the moves Metal Claw, Earthquake, Swords Dance, and Rock Slide, we have Ariana the Wild, the Hydreigon, level 86, with a Dragon Fang with moves Dragon Pulse, Crunch, Workup, and Flamethrower. We have Piccanard, the Gyarados, level 84, Leftovers as they held at him with the moves Surf, Dragon Dance, Waterfall, and Ice Fang. We have Zavid, the Seraphim of Wind, the Tornadus, with Next Rebel, level 82, with the moves Bird, Break, Dark Pulse, Psychic, and Air Slash. And finally, we have Koi Valens of Horizon Wireless, level 80, holding a Miracle Seed, with the moves Swords Dance, Exorcist, Leaf Blade, and Secret Sword. Now, without further ado, why don't we go back to the Pokemon Center for a second, because I need a Pokemon with Dive, which I managed to get Dive off screen. So, let us begin. And I taught our Golduck that. Pixel, the Golduck, Dive, as you see right over there. Now that being said, I think Zavid should be in the back for now. Alright, this is the NPC over here that gave us that wonderful HM. Inside the hidden machine is Dive. The darkest parts of the seas are called diving points, and if you use Dive there, you can dive all the way to the bottom of the sea. And you will see what that is in just a second. So let's go into the water here. I'm gonna take a look at it. Alright, we're supposed to go all the way over here actually, so I think I should put on a repel real fast as well. Undella Bay. I don't remember there being trainers here. I suppose we should battle them a little bit for extra experience, but before we do that, why don't we go down here, because of here these little dive spots allow us to go down here and we get to what we call the Abyssal Ruins, which is a neat little dungeon that allows us to get a bunch of real neat items. So now we just go all the way down here. That allows us to go into these rooms here. It would have been cool if you could find a legendary Pokemon here. I think in certain ROM hacks you can even get Manaphy here. But anyways, you have a set amount of time to be in here as well. The longer you're taking here, the more likely you are to get blown out, so you need to find the perfect route to get all the items. You could definitely do it in one go, but it might take a few goes on the first try. Alright, click. The sound reverberates. And when you get a little text like that, that's when you know you could be close to losing your, to getting out of the dungeon. Alright, these symbols that I know nothing about. Too bad there's no wild Pokemon down here. It would be sick if there were. And you can probably guess what items we can get down here, that being the Plates of Arceus. Besides the Draco Plate and the Splash Plate we already have, you get things like the Zap Plate, as well as some other really rare items. Alright, now those sound came from far away. Alright, the closer the sound gets, the more likely we are to get pushed out, and you also get some really rare items you can sell at a high price, that being the Relic items, such as this Relic Copper. Alright, our repels wore off, we don't need them right now. Alright, the Flame Plate, yes! These also change Arceus' type if you happen to have an Arceus. Which, outside of hacking or transferring them from the Gen 4 games, I doubt anyone does, I'll be honest. Though I remember a friend of mine back in elementary school having one through hacking, really, but yeah. Alright, the Dread Plate, powering up Dark-type moves. Alright, it's getting louder down here. A dull sound echoes. That was not dull. Wait, am I going the wrong way? I think I am. Uh-oh. The dull sound is close. Alright, here's another item. Alright, the Iron Plate, powering up Steel-type moves by 20%. They're basically just like items like Charcoal or the Shark Beak. They're basically items like that. Torrent of Water. Alright, when that happens, you get blown right out of the dungeon. But you can always try, and try again. I think you can also go into different entrances too, if I remember correctly. Alright, Mantike, we already had our Undella Big Catter, so we don't need to worry about these. Alright, I think we could have Polly in the front, why not? Good against the water types that'll be here. I lied earlier when I said we wouldn't be fighting any wild or trainers. There are clearly a few here. Alright, now putting you against a flying type, that's just risky. Let's fight this guy right over here. If you have move dive, you can dive and sink. Alright, swimmer Matt sends out a whale mer, which you can get in this game. Actually, speaking of, there's another area I'd like to go to later on in the game as well. I forgot about that area. But that'll be another episode. Alright, another whalemer. Let's go down here. We can go to a different side of the Abyssal Ruins through this way. I feel like that allows you to tackle this little dungeon from different angles, which is pretty cool. At least I think so. I'm not entirely sure about that. And if that's the case, why is there... Yeah, it is different angles, because we went through a different entrance over here. Sound reverberates. And now we can find a few more of those items, starting with this one sitting over here. Actually, let's get this one first. Alright, Stone Plate. Powering up our rock type moves by 20%. And what is this one? That sound coming from far away. Relic Copper once again. Alright, some more symbols that we know nothing about. Alright, what will this one be? A Relic of Gold, which will sell for a hell of a lot. Alright, there's nothing over here. Alright, what will this one be? A relic statue. I think we might be in here maybe 2 more times. If we don't get everything, that's okay. We don't need to. Alright, dull sound is closing in. Alright, torrent of water shoots us out of here. Once again, using a max to repel. Actually, I think I remember this here, female trainer. The sea waves in Undella Town are nice and calm. Alright, the swimmer Larissa sends out a Forsola, which is rock and water type, so it's very weak to those pesky grass moves. Thankfully, it's a rock type that does not have sturdy. At least to my memory, does have sturdy. It's been so long since I've battled one of these. I started good. The battle styles are rough and ready. Floating at sea, very nice. Nice being with Pokemon. Alright, we can go into this here diving spot as well. Alright, this gives us a different entrance this time. Let's see what this here wall says. More letters I don't understand. I hope if we get like a Legends Unova game that's referenced in some ways. Alright, more things that we can't see. It could be different symbols of the different items you can get if you look at certain paths, but no way anyone's gonna understand that. Alright, what do we have here? An Earthquake, powering up ground type moves by 20%. Our repel wore off. What do we have here? Our Toxic Plate, powering up poison type moves by 20%. Alright, what's this? A relic vase. Dull sound echoed. With an Icicle Plate, that powers up ice type moves by 20%. And there's another one right over here. Let's see if we can get it before it's too late. Relic Silver. And what is this? A Relic Copper again. I believe if you find Relic Crowns down here, that's actually sells for the most amount that you can get. There's another one right over here. No, wait. Don't sound as close. Alright, we still got time. A Fist Plate, powering up fighting type moves by 20%. Much like a Black Belt can. We might have gotten all the types so far. Let me see. Well, there's no blank plate one like there is in Legends Arceus, which, again, this game takes place way before... Well, this game in the real world was released way before that, obviously, but yeah. So, besides the Metal Plate, I'm pretty sure it's the only one we're missing. And the Insect Plate as well. So let me just count up if y'all do not mind. I didn't even get anywhere close to that. So we have 11 of those. That still leaves about 5 more. Besides Insect and Metal Plate, which one are we also missing? The Mind Plate, I know that one. Water. I think the Spooky Plate or the Spoopy Plate. And I don't remember the last one we're missing. Alright, let's use this dive spot. And depending on how many items we get, this might be the last one. Maybe some other items I'll get off screen, but yeah, I don't want to bore you all to tears from going through the same dungeon over and over again. Alright, sound reverberates. More symbols that I don't recognize. This isn't the same entrance we were in before, is it? And forget what I said earlier. I don't think you're supposed to be able to do this through one go, which is fine. The fact that there's multiple entrances makes sense. Alright, Relic Gold. The row of gold that makes you old. Alright, the metal plate powering up grass type moves by 20%. Alright, dull sound echoes. Alright, which one is this? The relic gold again. Alright, now down here. Torrent of water kicks me out of there. Oh well, I think that'll be the last time for now. I could probably get the rest of those off screen. Let's just battle these guys, or didn't I already battle you before? No, I didn't. Alright. Alright, so remember Bart Simpson. Since I start you. Alright, leave blade to the face. Alright, next up, Wingulius. Yeah, leave blade again, this should kill. Alright, and finally a Jellicent. It is male. And take this leaf blade. I guess people get strong by visiting gyms. Right about that. Especially in real life. Alright, let's fight this guy. My Pokemon and I are always swimming, of course. I can battle while swimming. Alright, Quagsire is his first Pokemon swimmer, Tim. This Quagsire's color scheme seems different compared to Quagsire's of other games. But notice the little rims around its tail. Seems like a lighter green color, at least than what I'm used to. Too bad a Leaf Blade really does it in. Alright, Golduck. Alright, sends him with the Cloud9, hit him with a Leaf Blade. Oh, I'm still cool about many swimming battles while swimming, whatever you just said. I couldn't keep up with the text. Oh, that being said, might as well keep battling a few things as well until Chloe levels up. Well, depending on their level, that is. Like, level 27s really aren't gonna cut it. And the encounter rate in this game once again. And just one more for the road, game? Alright. Yeah, level 47. Alright, let's put away our Golduck, get Tornadus once again. Well, there's a certain other team member I'd like to get. Y'all remember in the previous episode when I brought up wanting to do a trade with one of our encounters? Well, that is what we shall do. And that includes Quickie the Minccino. Right over here. There's a certain trade we can do here for a or if we give them a Chinchino, we can get something real special. Alright, let's just heal real fast. And how I like to do trade encounters in Nuzlocke, which I don't think... Actually, no, we did this during Let's Go Pikachu UV. If one of my main encounters that I had gotten happens to be the Pokemon the NPC is looking for, that counts as just the same old encounter. You know, it kind of counts for my main area encounter, if that makes any sense. Oh, that being said, let's go find that NPC. Going on in this house. We come here for a vacation from faraway Hoenn during the summer. Hoenn is a nice place, for example. Do you know a trainer named Steven? Although he is really strong, I hear he collects only stones. Get it? Because his last name is Stone, Steven Stone? Okay. The sunlight is strong. Depending on the Pokemon, that can be either an advantage or disadvantage. Strong sunlight makes fire-type moves stronger, and water-type moves weaker. Yep, use weather to your advantage, people. Are going into this here house. This guy over here, if we talk to him, but let me talk to the other NPCs here first. The best luxury is to enjoy just doing nothing. You should always be doing something, at least. Fun and summer. Beautiful girls playing the role. I never agree there. Hey, I'm just thinking out loud. Please don't listen to me. I'm listening to you, man, and I wholeheartedly agree. Ew! I've been relaxing in Undella Town too long, now I'm going a little chubby, okay. If Chinchino was by my side, I can get some exercise by training it, and that'll help me lose weight. Would you trade my Munchlax with Chinchino? That's disappointing. I only say no right now, because why don't we evolve our Minccino? And say goodbye to Quickie the Minccino that we really didn't use, let's be honest, but yeah. Alright, I do have a shiny stone somewhere. Where is it? Alright, here's my shiny stone. I have 3 of them. Alright, Quickie, evolve. Now, unlike previous games, if you trade a post-game NPC a certain Pokemon, it'll be level, this Munchlax in particular, even though we're giving him a level 19 Chinchino, this Munchlax is still going to be level 60, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was in this game, unlike previous games, where the traded Pokemon would be the same level as the Pokemon you gave him. Alright, Quickie has evolved into a beautiful Chinchino. Or Cincino, but I'd rather say Chinchino like it's pronounced in the anime. I love using Chinchino as well without the skill linker technician, like tail slap and stuff. Good times indeed. Alright, we already read that dialogue. And here's your Chinchino. There's a reason why I want to get this Munchlax as well. It's holding a very special item, and you'll see in a second. Alright, let's trade. Alright, sending Quickie to Ander. Goodbye, Quickie. And for simplicity's sake, we'll also name Munchlax Quickie as well, even though we can't change its nickname, since it's a traded Pokemon. Something you can't do until Generation 9, even then you can't nickname traded Pokemon unless you evolve. Anyways, Ander send over Gorge, or Quickie once again. Gorge Quickie. Phew, thanks. Please take good care of Munchlax. It spends the summer with me. I will work hard to train your Chinchino and get some exercise. There's something really special, too, if you exit the house and come right back in as well. But Gorge, the Munchlax, is also guaranteed to have a max HP IV of 31, which is why its HP is so high. Other than the fact that, you know, it's a Munchlax, it's going to have high HP of base 130. That is, as I said before, it's level 60, and it's holding a second leftovers. I think that's supposed to be a reference to the Generation 2 Pokemon games, and as well as Fire Red Leaf Green, where you can get 2 leftovers in both of those games as well. Actually, yeah, in Fire Red Leaf Green you can get 2 leftovers. Really neat reference there. Now, if we go back into the house, the fat guy over here has turned into a rich boy. Hello there. You kindly traded me that Pokemon, and now you can hardly recognize me, eh? Because Chinchino was by my side, I've trimmed down a little. Like, really fast, too. Goddamn, I didn't know having a Chinchino would allow you to lose weight that quick. I wish I knew that. Even maids sometimes have to roost. Oh, I was confused. A Pokemon restores its HP when it uses the blue roost. But for people, it's called resting. That makes sense there. They also happen to lose their part flying type for the rest of the turn. Now, there was another house right over there. You might be wondering why I didn't go into it. Well, that will be saved for the next episode. Well, anyways, let's boot up our PC right over here and put this Munchlax in the box. Let's get back Xavier. Alright, thanks for waiting. We're good here. Alright, and there's this mega house over here. You have an extremely bored look on your face. Okay, I'll let you have a very exciting Pokemon battle with me. Yes. Alright, if we talk to this kiddo over here and we beat him in a battle, I think it'll allow us to go into that house too. Riches Draco sends out a Weasel. Too bad Weasel is very weak. I think I remember having some trouble with this Weasel back in elementary school, but then again, I was extremely underleveled and he was overleveled. Slightly embarrassing, yes, but still. One of the problems with this game's post-game, as I've mentioned in a previous episode. But you're just so relaxed, how could you win against a busy person like me? I like you. I will let you see a very special thing, so follow me. Use the move follow me. Drew in my attack. Isn't it great? Isn't it spacious? This is my dad's villa, and I can use it freely. But when I came here, surprisingly, there was nothing to do, so now I'm bored. As you may know, my dad is totally obsessed with items and the ruins. Hey, you're bored, aren't you? Come here tomorrow, too. I don't mind having a battle with you. So each time you have a battle with his family, a new family member will come in as well to battle you, as well. It kind of reminds me of the Winstraits family in the Halloween games. But it's a nice little rich person house that they got over here. And you saw that black belt over there. If we talk to him... As you can see, I am an ultra-rich billionaire. And as you can see, my hobby is to collect rare items. That's probably why he is a billionaire, along with a business he likely has. In fact, this outfit is ultra expensive and rare. Can you see it? Can you? There's something that this billionaire wants to get his hands on, even if it means spending a lot of money. Do you have such a rare item? Do you? Yes, I do have a few of these rare items, that being the relic items that we just got from the Abyssal Ruins. He actually gives them to you for a very, very high price. Or you could sell them for a very, very high price to him. If we can find them, they're pretty far off the bag. Alright, here we go. That Villa Copper, will you sell to me for 1,000 will you? Yes. I got a very good item. Don't you think it's great, don't you? I don't need to read the dialogue over and over again. Though it's a little annoying to have to keep doing this, so I'll only do it a few times just to not bore everybody. And notice how he also has old school gym statues from earlier Pokemon games as well, before the replacement gym statues we got in this game. Those are clearly supposed to be based on Rhydon, if I remember correctly. I think it's the same sprite from like Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, if I remember correctly, or just from the Gen 4 games in particular. Our Royal Gold gives us 10,000, that's pretty cool. Alright, and the relic statue, how much will this give us? 200,000. Give me the money! Okay, very good. Don't you think so, don't you? And that should be it, right? Too bad you can only get a limited amount of those items. Our relic vase, how much will this give us? Oh, 50,000. Goddamn. Alright, and this relic silver, how much will we get from it? Probably 5,000? Yeah. That should do for now. Maybe I'll do a bit more of that off screen, but I'm not gonna bother with it anymore. You got anything new to say? You're bored, aren't you? Can I try something? Alright, well, that being said, let's just explore the rest of Undella Town before we end this off. Yay, yay, Undella Town! Alright, so there's a little area that's blocked off over here, it looks like. that we won't see until the game's sequel, but I'll bring that up in a later playthrough. Now let's go through this small maze-ish area. It's not a maze, but whatever. To get a big nugget, not bad. Alright, so our stay here in Undella Town is almost over. What does this say? This big villa belongs to the riches. Likely just our last name, but it's also a double meaning as well since, you know, they're rich. The sea! Yes, the sea! Bro's probably part of Team Aqua. Ah, Cynthia. Why were you so Cynthia? Cynthia's not my favorite Sinnoh girl. Wait, put your pitchforks down. I know. She's most of your favorites. But, I see why people like Cynthia. But I think there's better Sinnoh female characters and just better broken girls, at least in my personal opinion. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Alright, let's heal our mons. Because we got a real big battle coming up in the next episode. Alright, one more thing. Let's sell that big nugget that we just got. Hey, you don't want to sell the big nugget? I guess I gotta give that to somebody else. Fine then. That being said, standing right in front of this tier house. Actually, how close is Chloe to leveling up? Like, she should be really close, so we might as well level her up real fast. Yeah. I was gonna do that off screen, but it's just faster if we do it here. And I guess while at it, why don't we ask the question of the day? What's your favorite ruins area in a Pokemon game? Why? You know, like, the Abyssal Ruins that we were just in, or Ruins of Alpha in the Johto games. Any other ruins I might be forgetting? I don't know. Well, what's your favorite ruins area on a Pokemon game and why? Let us know. Okay, this is a bad matchup. There's a lot of flying types on this rat too, and it's really annoying. Cloud resists all my moves. Luna Stone. Alright, and give him a quick leaf blade. Now Kali Valen should be level 81. Now, well, with that being said, I think that will be the end of this episode of the Pokemon Black Nuzlocke, and I will be standing right in front of this house for a real big battle in the next episode. So, if y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow him with the vids you see on screen off on YouTube with that bell button for more. Consider answering the question of the day as I just asked a few seconds ago. What's your favorite ruins area in a Pokemon game and why? Let us know. And consider becoming a YouTube member for $3 a month and Twitch subscriber for $6 a month for wonderful bonuses such as an ad-free experience. Anyways, for those of you on Twitch, let's end this off with a quick raid. And today we shall raid Red if he's still alive. Never seen him live before, going live myself. Alright, over here he's playing Legends Arceus. Send him your unwavering love and support. Alright, thank you all for watching. Have a terrific day.